Alright everyone, today we're going to be sealing the airbox on this 2007 Honda Rancher. Let's get to it. First off, quick parts list, you're going to want some dielectric grease, a flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, some sandpaper. I'm using 60 grit, just any kind of sandpaper or anything like that will work. And then you need some ultra black or ultra gray. And you don't necessarily need parts and brake cleaner, but you need something to get the grease off of the airbox. And also, you're going to want some rags to clean it off. Also, two things I forgot, you're going to want an 8mm ratchet and a 5mm Allen key. Alright, first thing you're going to want to do is take off the seat and this side panel on this side. Then with the flathead, you're going to want to take these two clips out. And then you're going to want to take this 8mm bolts off. Mine was already gone, so if yours is there, make sure to take that out and then pull this back and get it under there if you can. Now you're going to want to take these black side panels off on both sides. Then you're going to need to take off this side panel and all the bolts on this side. Once you get both side panels off, you're going to want to take the gas tank lid off and take all of these clips out. Should be 6 on each side. Alright, once that's done, you can just pull right up and then pull this thing right out. Once you do that, make sure to put your cap back on, just in case. Quick side note, this makes a great place to put all your clips and stuff, this airbox cover. Then you're going to want to take this clamp off right here and this one down here by the stock end. Alright, once both clamps are loose, you're going to want to take this little spark thing off. I'm not sure what it's called. Just unhook those two wires. Get it up here.
And you should just be able to pull it right off.
Just leave it off to the side. It doesn't matter if you unhook the spark plug. You're going to want to work this stock intake out. You got to pull forward and twist and stuff, but I'll update you guys once I get it out. Alright, stock intake is out. Set that down. Put the airbox cover somewhere where you're not going to lose all your parts. And then you're just going to want to use a flathead and pry this little gasket back just like this. You can do this by hand too. I just think it's easier with this. Once you do that, you're going to want to come over to this side. This right here, this is your gearbox vent line. Do that. Pull this off. And you should be able to pull the airbox out most of the way. But before you do, make sure to unhook this little sensor over here. Or just pull it out, just like that. Now you have your airbox out. Once you take the airbox out, it helps a lot if you take this air filter out, just set it somewhere. I don't have another one, but if it looks like this, you're definitely going to want to replace yours. And if you got one, you're going to want to replace the little foam piece that is in this crankcase line right here. Then pull the clamps off just so you don't lose them. And now, you can just stick a screwdriver right under here. It's going to be hard to do one-handed. I apologize for the video quality. Just stick it through right there. Make sure to not go through your gasket. Now just come right up and repeat that for the bottom one and the heat sensor thing right here. And take this little cap off the bottom and your gearbox line. Take that off too. After you get these out, you're going to want to clean off all the surfaces by here. And while you're at it, you may as well just clean out your airbox. Alright, once you clean out your airbox, just let it dry. You're going to want to clean out around this boot, around this boot, around this boot, around this boot. Just anywhere where there's rubber, just clean it all out. On the inside too. These rubber boots right here, make sure they're nice and clean. The cleaner they are, the better seal you're going to have, and just let them all dry for a while. Get them nice and dry. I use soapy water and brake cleaner for this. Once everything is dried off, make sure you get it as clean as you can. This is as clean as I could get it. Some of the stuff is just stuck on here. Although try to get all this stock Honda silicone or whatever they put on here off, and then put your boots back in. By the way, these do need to be lined up. This one's little arrow is pointing right here, and then this one's got a little slot right here. This one does not have to be lined up. For the next step, you're going to need some Permatex Ultra Black or Ultra Gray or whatever kind of gasket maker you're using. Then you're going to want this to put on your finger so that the gasket maker doesn't stick to your finger. Alright, then you're going to want to lay a bead around these boots and this. Then constantly dip your finger in water and just spread it out evenly across all of this. And make sure to do it around there. Then let it sit for 24 hours. Alright, now you're going to want to put some dielectric grease around here. Just on the inside of here. Around here, just like this, all the way around. And you're going to want to do this for the bottom one too. And around this little sensor right here. This line and the cap. Also, if you want to have a better airbox seal, you can just put some gasket maker around the inside too. And if you do it on the inside, make sure to do it around that crankcase line right there. Also, if you have a good gasket right here like I do, it shouldn't leak through there, but if it does, you can put some dielectric grease around there too. For the airbox cover on my four-wheeler, I just use silicone, but you can use dielectric grease if you want to take the cover off. I just never really change out my filters or anything because they're pretty new when I put them in there, so eventually I'll probably have to redo it. But if you take your cover off a lot, just use dielectric grease. Put it around this little gasket slot because the stock gasket does not hold out any water. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked, give it a like. If you didn't, tell me what I can improve on. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe. And if you got any future video ideas, comment them down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.